Right. Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the March 4th, 2025 Conservation Board meeting. One topic on the agenda today, Mauro, David, you're familiar with the Conservation Board and we've seen you many times, so we can just kind of get right into it. So the project today is the Timberview Estate subdivision at Klein Road. Applicants are requesting approval to develop 24 single-family home lots on a 74.5 acre parcel. The project will consist of 20 lots on dedicated town road and 4 lots on a separate private drive with access onto Klein Road. So this is a project that you've been before us with before.
Yep.
And maybe even before us as well.
It started in 16,
Yeah,
sort of like that, real close. And then we scaled it back and we didn't like that, so we went back to this. But it's pretty similar.
okay.
There should be 50% conservation on that.
In maybe just for our benefit, it was maybe last fall.
You guys did a walk.
Yeah. Maybe highlight anything that may have changed since then or just same plan.
No, I think it was a scale back about 18 lots.
Okay,
Total, now it's 24 again.
okay,
It was 27 to begin with. And it went to 18, now it's back to 24.
okay. And there's the
Farmington,
Right.
now we have three lots in Farmington.
okay. And then one question I had reading through it. So there's, the road that you'll put in that will be
Dedicated.
dedicated to
Yeah.
the town.
Yeah,
And then there's a private drive
yep,
for these 4 homes that are bordering the Farmington.
yep.
And so is there a private drive?
Well, you have to have some ownership for the
Okay.
main road. That's what you see there. I think they're 25-foot flags. But those are sort of called flag lot. For what the town requires.
These 4 along here?
Yeah, the upper lots are little flags that come down. Each one has a little,
Oh, okay.
it's not really an
There's little-
access, it's just like ownership to the road. You have to do that.
Right, so, yeah.
And there's no
Otherwise, it's
driveway.
lots.
We actually were gonna put that private drive coming up through there, but it's a little steep.
That was one of my questions, I think,
That's
because there's 2 drum ones, or there's
one.
one drum one right here,
Yeah.
and there's one back here, right?
That was not that's just,
There's some steep slopes, I don't know if I call it.
yeah, well, the drum one's a steep slope for sure.
Yeah, right.
But it's just easier for the fire truck if it comes off a Klein instead of off that main drag, because then it's a lot quicker to get to those houses up above. They're gonna be serviced by, main 8-inch height,
Mhm.
hydrants and stuff, but
Mhm.
still. That's, the only other change, but the 20, those little flags have to be there.
I was reading through the engineer's report, and it was talking about stormwater management. Can you give us a little overview on that? I think that was one of the
I think there's,
concern, I read in their complexities.
Go ahead.
today. I think that's what that's what caught my eye anyways.
I mean, that's something, he couldn't be here like usual, the engineer. I think it's all addressed. There's a lot of pipe and there's a lot of natural. There's one main pond and a couple smaller ponds,
Where are the ponds?
one by the entrance. Right, yep,
Up
up
there?
to the left side right there.
Yeah, okay.
Then maybe
That's the main one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope he knew how to draw it.
No, I,
It's not that, that's not my forte.
okay,
Sure.
But I know there's, I mean, we're going with the land, we're not cutting, panning or anything like that. I mean, that's by the road cut, there's 3-4 feet of fill by the entrance. I mean, it's not a big cut and fill.
well, yeah, I mean, you make makes sense. I mean, you got slope here, you got slope here, things are
Right,
gonna
touch on
run
it.
here,
Yep.
things are gonna run here.
Yeah, if you look
I
at the,
understand
if
that.
you look at a topo, you'll see there's no,
Yeah.
no regrading lines. Oh, there it is.
Perfect.
But if you look, it's only just minor.
And it was mentioned somewhere, there's a intermittent stream.
Well, it's a farmer's ditch in my book. It goes right through it.
Okay, I
He's
was
got
gonna
it.
say is that,
And it goes right to the new pond.
right? And then so you'll probably be a little culvert or something underneath. that.
Well, we're doing a bridge. We don't wanna go
I
through,
remember you saying.
we
that.
don't wanna,
Yeah.
wow, just because we don't wanna go through Army Corps.
Good idea.
Fine. Well, I mean.
Oh, I
fine.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a drawbridge.
No, no drawbridge.
I'd keep it up.
Nope.
If I lived on this side.
So we're gonna bore under for the utilities and we're gonna do the bridge, so we don't disturb. I mean, if you walk, you'll see it's a ditch.
Yeah,
It's not a creek.
yeah, and it wasn't, there were some photos in there,
Yeah.
it's clear.
And the farmer, I mean, it's, he ditched it a long time ago too. I mean, he just did a quick rough thing that I haven't really walked it in a while, so I'm not too familiar.
Okay,
But I think it's gonna be gorgeous when it's done.
It's a very pretty area
yeah.
out there. What kind of conservation easement?
We want the non-restrictive.
Site specific, like the site specific is more of the custom as specific language that's in there.
Like like you can't, you can mow, but you can't,
That's
put any structure, no pool, no fence.
right.
But you can mow.
Yeah, you can,
You you can't cut unless it's dead.
Or heavy wood.
Yep, that falls, yep. Yeah, there's specific language for like seasonal mowing and you can add that in there. So it sounds like you're going.
Yeah, I mean, again, we wanna, that's how we like to operate. We don't wanna cut and fill, we don't wanna clear cut. I mean, we'll trees, I mean. If you see, I don't know, she got a nicer photo of a picture.
I don't have any actual photos, I just have.
An aerial, like,
yeah. Oh, of
You had one
actually
before,
the
right?
Land.
I'm saying,
No, they-
It's been farmed, so believe it or not, where those houses go are where it's farmed. And all those darker areas are either steep slope or trees.
So it's natural, it's,
We're using,
Yeah.
we're putting road and houses where it was farmed. It's still being farmed. I mean, we have a farmer that farms.
what about your leach fields or your septic system?
Yeah.
Are you going to, 'cause only, I guess my comment would be, with these conservation easements encroaching, are you planning to stay completely out of those easement areas? Okay. I mean, we have people that go and put leach fields in there, we just have to make sure it's
No need.
where we have the right language. put in there.
The nice thing about when you get into 75 acres and 3 acres per house, I mean, it's not like you're sandwiching, right?
No, I just wanna make sure.
Yeah.
That's accounted for.
Yep.
So is the shaded area here conservation
I
easement?
think so.
One thing we always point out, it is town code, the markings that are required.
Yeah, 4x4, yep.
And looks like you've done a pretty good job of keeping the line straight.
At all the lot lines, yeah.
Yeah, and whenever there's a change in the direction,
Of course.
so. You get somewhere that are all zigzagged and they'd have to put
20
200
20
posts out
poles.
there. So just pointing out to be mindful of that
Of
town
course.
code requirement.
There's a couple where you might wanna consider like. Right here, or there's little jogs, every time you change direction, there's an intersection, I guess you could say. That's where you'd have to change it, so. I think as long as that's a straight line, but like I can see. On lots 19 and 20 here. Where it changes that, I don't know if we could somehow draw that straight. Some of these more straight. This makes it a little bit easier for the,
Think on that side.
yeah. Right where there's like, those little jogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, things, well.
So
I don't know why you didn't,
If you go back to the next one, like actually.
Even, to an
So, yeah.
extreme degree, if you could do something like that,
Yeah.
it's
well, right.
1
then-
point
then we
versus
gotta-
2, but.
Right, then we
No,
gotta
I know.
match.
But then there's, it's just
To make it a lot easier.
things like this.
I know you have the point here, point here.
I think just
Well, this should
generally,
be shaded right here. All this right here should be shaded. I don't know why it's not, because it was a roof. If then we shade it, so
sure.
remove that.
Well, I think just.
Well, we have all
evaluate
this
it.
now.
I don't know if, okay,
It's not even going with the boundary line, you know.
our point is more
Yeah.
that, you know,
Stake.
yeah, it's just easier to, straighten them out. We don't have a strong preference. It's more
Right.
just,
make it easy for the landowner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I see this down here, that's gotta be. Is there a way? I don't know. I mean, it's area.
Yeah.
Compensating. or
Yeah.
Balancing, I guess.
And
you could
more
say.
likely that someone forgets.
That.
Right,
The strip right here, who's gonna know?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So then
You were to know, straighten out. Conservation lines. I'm with it.
and then so eventually these will, I know it's the town of Farmington, but these will be serviced by driveways off of Klein Road.
He's shooting for here. What are you shooting for? I don't know what's gonna fly. I've done five lots, so you already got 4. One might fly. I mean, it would be the way to do it, but I don't know. I mean, it's very unique. I mean, then right there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the way we'd like it, but now Victor and I mean, gotta get together. I don't think it would change, precedence of. Because it's really only 3 lots. But I've gotten 5 a bunch of times. So you can do 5 lots pretty much. By the drive. We have 8. Or 7. With 2 extra. It's just nice to condense. I mean, that we're gonna push that nice to condense. Instead of having, I mean, yeah, I could do 3 driveways out here, but. I say condense everything for one curb cut out.
Yeah.
So that flies.
and that's
better.
more for the planning
Yeah,
board,
yeah.
more just trying to think it through.
Yeah.
Okay.
All your drive. That's true, they didn't, they blew it up, so it's on 2 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
This one and this.
Yeah. And so it sounds like majority of the area that's being disturbed is currently farmland.
Yep.
So minimal tree removal.
The
I'm sure
only-
there will be some, but
The only, where the bridge goes,
yeah,
But
because
it's already-
that old hedgerow.
but it's already going back to farm,
Yeah,
long time ago.
okay.
There's a culvert there already. But it's not, of course, not big enough. That's
Yeah,
why,
yeah, just,
that's why we're gonna do a bridge instead of a bigger culvert.
You have a water line, you're tying into a water line somewhere. Bringing it down this road here,
I mean, there's an 8-inch main
off the climb.
outlet line, and there's another one going up the private drive. There's no gas there, propane, and then we got farm store. That's it.
What's our action tonight?
approval to develop, I mean, I know the planning board would like to do a site walk as well.
I don't think they did, but you guys did.
Yeah, and so we'll probably tag along with
Sure.
them and
If it's nice weather out there.
yeah, it's it being March is makes it a little easier. Yeah, I think, you know, I guess our main comments are the just understanding which conservation easement you want. I think sounds like you want that site specific.
Site specific.
And that is the more flexible of the easements, so you can,
Is there just two still?
there's three.
Three now. Most restricted you can't touch.
Right,
And then
that's
what's
kind of a medium one,
Okay.
and the most restrictive's natural
resource.
resource.
Okay.
And there's open space, which is kind of in between,
And then this
and then
one,
there's site specific, which allows more flexibility, and you can go in and select, you know, mowing 4 times a year or
Yeah.
twice, or
okay,
so it's just a little more flexible.
yeah,
Um,
I gotta fight for the future homeowner.
Yeah,
If I wanna make their lives,
well, it's equity, right? You have
yeah,
to
yeah,
consider the value.
yeah. You know, you buy 5 acres, some of them are 5, some of them are 10 acre lots.
Yeah, I mean, some of these.
You wanna be a little bit more flexible, but you know,
Yeah.
again, you don't wanna clear cut it, for sure.
right,
Or even honestly mow it, but there might be a couple areas that might, you know, they might wanna mow. Maybe there won't be any. But you can't speak for the future homeowner,
Right.
right. It's just easier to get it figured out now than,
of course.
you know, 5 years down the road.
Of course.
Um,
So you have, this is all shaded here? This is gonna be shaded, this between, where that driveway's gonna
Yeah,
come?
I think so. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
I just, you wanna make sure that that's covered in your conservation easement language.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna show them.
Okay.
I didn't really, I saw it, but I didn't pay much attention until you brought it up.
Yep.
There's no reason that to be not, you know, should be in the conservation. No use for it.
yeah,
No
Yeah.
driveways anymore.
Yeah, and we've had that before too.
Cause it was just one common driveway going up through there.
Right.
okay, it looks like you're going to the
11.
planning board on the 11th, so next Tuesday. And so we'll want to, you know, I'm sure we won't get it done in the next week, but planning board wants to do that site walk, so we'll want to coordinate that as well. So I don't know if any other comments from the board or from the public.
So just, yeah, making sure we straighten out the lines on the conservation easement boundaries and just touch up or double check on the language for the conservation easements. I think those,
When did that happen? My engineer, when did he propose the language? Now? Huh?
To go to the planning board.
Well, but then March 11th
So we
meeting,
should have it for Tuesday.
I think.
I don't think you need.
or at least they'll talk about it at the planning board.
I think you'll just want to
We'll
have your
emphasize.
plan,
We'll
you
emphasize.
know, nothing needs to be official, just
Gotcha.
have a thought of what you
Place.
want out of
Direction.
direction, yeah.
They can guide you.
Yep.
On when it needs to be official, but yeah, just a vision.
Yeah.
Talking points to what it
Right.
needs to be. I think that's
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good
Forward.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I mean, it's a, you know, big project, nice piece of land, so, you know, we'll get out there with the planning board and take a look.
Mhm.
When do you want to start?
To start for sure in the fall. And people wanting to build
You
there.
know, the phone brings a lot, because there's nothing really available for
Right.
people to build on.
Right.
Phone brings a lot, and we don't have anything in inventory.
So you can build all, what, 20 lots here? Are you gonna break it into phases or is it all one?
One shot,
There you go. Way to go.
one shot.
Way to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. We are gonna phase it. Just because of the Farmington piece, because I think it's gonna hold us up,
Sure.
sorry.
So these
Yeah, I wanna do one phase, but
Where are you with the whole Farmington review process?
engineer. My engineer, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if we
It's tough to find good people.
Wasn't sure if we were.
I mean, if I do it, why am I paying them? And it's not my forte. I know how to get by, but. So, yeah, I definitely wanna do it in one phase, but I think unless Farmington and Victor, get along real easy. Sort of a very unique piece.
Mhm.
You've never seen anything like that, right?
Mhm.
A Farmington Victor annexation sort of.
Well, there was that one on
Give me an example, please.
East Victor Road along
Oh, yeah.
like along, what's the creek there? Mud Creek,
Yeah.
Hortensia Park.
That
Is it-
one, there's, although it's blue, is it Bluemont?
Yeah.
Bluemont was right on the edge, but we didn't cross over
Yeah.
into Farmington. Yeah, it was adjacent.
So the Ryan Homes, you mean?
Yeah,
That's Victor?
that was all Victor,
That's Victor?
but what he's talking about,
Is across the road from there. That, I don't know that they've even started
I
developing it.
recall it though, yeah.
I think that's Woodstone, okay.
Yeah.
Woodstone.
And
They
but
got a
think,
little mix going on.
well, the lot, a piece of it was in Farmington, but I don't think they were gonna build on any of it, so I think it made it a little easier.
Okay.
Um, So it's just kind of in the back, but yeah, that is one you may wanna look at it
Yeah.
for reference. That's the only example
Mhm.
I know of.
Mhm. Yeah, cause I don't think on the west side of, it's for Mendon over there, I don't think we have any
Mixed.
that we've seen like that.
Yeah.
A lot of limited development over there. but
This
not-
is very, it's a little bit unique.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry, you guys.
We'll pass along our comments and, you'll
Appreciate
be
it.
there Tuesday.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Good luck.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
So the only other order of business is the approval of the February 18th, 2025 minutes. I think we were all here.
Yeah.
Um,
I think responses were given. The minutes, I think we all good.
yeah, so,
Make a motion that the minutes be accepted.
I'll second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
What?
yeah,
What is that? Okay.
yeah. Any other topics to discuss? David, you good?
Frankly.
All right, well, maybe, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, I will adjourn the meeting at 6:40 or 54.
Alrighty,
All right,
Nice work.
thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you.
I love this.
yeah, that's good.
There's always something happening, right?
Well,